Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel for another video if you're returning. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Tasha and I hope you enjoy it here. You are so very welcome. So in today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit about sandals that are going to be perfect for summer. So whilst I was getting into the sandals that are in my collection, I really started to think like, are luxury sandals really worth the splurge? So today I want to share a little bit about my luxury sandals and then offer some dupes as well as alternatives to the sandals at more pocket-friendly prices. Okay, so first up, let's get into my Oran sandals. So now I believe I've had these now for 2 years and you guys, these are tore up. I have loved these sandals. Initially, I do have to admit, breaking these sandals in was a pain. Literally, I mean a pain. Because of the way that the top are designed, it really tore into my foot. It's the first time I wore them. I had wore them all day and we were doing a lot of walking around on vacation. They literally bust up my feet to the point where I couldn't wear proper shoes for a while until the balls of my feet healed. Now, I think partly that was my fault because I didn't realize that I had to break them in a little bit more before I wore them for that extended period of time. Having said that, 2 years down the line, you guys, these shoes, I have fully broken them in and these are one of the most comfortable pair of sandals that I now own. And that is simply because I went through that pain phase of breaking the leather in. Now the leather is very soft, it's very supple, and the shoe is actually comfortable. In terms of wear and tear, the bottom of the shoe is pretty mashed up. I'm not really surprised at that, but it still managed to stay pretty much intact. The one thing though that I would like to point out is the fact that the sandal is all white, which initially I thought, oh, this is amazing, you know, it's such a cute little touch. No, the fact that the sandal is all white has meant that as I've worn the shoe, you can see scuff marks more easily here. You can see the scuff marks more easy, and also the shoe tends to get dirtier pretty quickly. There's no amount of times that I can wipe this shoe down that is going to make it stay crystal white, simply because it's really hard to keep anything white, super white, for forever. There's always going to be that little bit of discoloration that takes place. Now recently I've noticed that they have a lot more colors and a lot more variety on their website. I remember about 2 years ago when I was looking for Oran sandals, majority of the times you couldn't find a lot of colors on the website. It was usually your white, your what they call gold, and that is sort of that tan color. But now scrolling through the Hermes website, I think I'm just gonna insert a screen recording here just in case they sell out and they're no longer on the website. But as of today, what I can see is a baby pink. I see a gorgeous yellow color. I see a beautiful gold. I've never seen a gold pair of Hermes sandals, which wow. And then I've also seen a denim pair, which I did see in store as well the last time that we were in there. Is that on the website? The Oran sandals are currently going for £610. It's a pretty penny. So in terms of the dupes to this, a dupe is a design or a print that has been inspired by the original design. This pair of sandals from Steve Madden look somewhat so similar to the Oran sandals that I have here in white, but the price point is coming in at $59.99. You guys, you cannot beat that with a stick, simply because they look so alike. And in terms of a value for money, I am sort of torn in two because there are so many dupes of Oran sandals. Like, you can find a dupe on holiday. Like, I don't know about you guys, but anytime I've gone abroad, especially in Europe, especially Italy, a lot of the markets sell handmade sandals that look exactly like the Oran sandals. Next pair of sandals are these beautiful double G sandals from Gucci. Now you guys, I did a dedicated review unboxing for these sandals about a year ago now. I wasn't aware that the sole was really fragile. Like, you can see here that the sole is starting to chip off a little bit, especially on this one. I don't know if it's a me problem, like if I'm wearing the shoes in a way that you're not supposed to wear them, but at the end of the day, like, for the price of these shoes, I should be able to wear them and, you know, at least wear and tear comes later down the line, you know. So I don't know how to feel about the sole literally peeling off, but I do have to say The times when I've noticed that the sole is peeling off is when I've been wearing them for a long time and the moisture from my feet start to build up, and then that then lifts the first layer of the sole. Similar to my Oran sandals, they did cause a little bit of pain on the top part of my feet. However, because I'd learned from my mistake with the Oran sandals, I didn't wear them for a long period of time, especially when I knew that I was going to be walking all day. So that really helped with minimizing that pain. Currently, you can find these sandals for £510, which I think there has been a price increase, because I remember when I got them last year, these were £450. So over the past year, there has been a price increase. And in terms of dupes, I wasn't able to find a lot of dupes, which I was really surprised about. I found this one from Guess. These sandals are the closest dupe that I found to the Gucci cutout sandal. It has G for Guess on the top of the sandal, and also it comes in a tan color. The price point for that sandal is £90, which is far less than £500 if you're looking for a nice dupe for these sandals. Now, in terms of value for money and how many dupes are out there for this sandal, I feel like this sandal is a great value for money because there are not a lot of dupes. So this is still something that will have you looking unique this summer, because it's not every day Oran sandals, you know? Sometimes pull out the different types of sandals. Now, the next pair of sandals I am really excited about, and these are the Lido sandals in the shade blue, and these are recently new in from my latest trip to Bicester Village. If you guys have not watched that, I will pop it up right here so you guys can watch that after this video, because there were some great finds in Bottega for a discount price. So in terms of the price point for these Lido heels, they retail for around £1,000. However, at the Bottega in Bicester Village, I picked these up for, I believe it was £350, which is a steal. These Lido sandals are something unique, something alternative to your typical Oran sandal, and I love the design. The leather is pretty new, so the shoe is quite stiff at the moment, and it still has a slight lift on the shoe. If I put it down horizontally, you can see it lifting a bit at the top, simply because I've not had a chance to wear these out. When I eventually wear these out, the shoe will then flatten, and it will be more of a flat sandal as opposed to poking up at the front. I hope that makes sense. But in terms of the craftsmanship, you cannot beat the Bottega craftsmanship. Like the woven detail, the puff detail, nobody does it better than a Bottega. But I've got a couple of dupes for you. The first dupe I found was on ASOS. The top detail is not really as exaggerated as the Bottega Lido sandal, but it's got a little something there. And if you're looking for something that is a little bit similar, then this sandal would do the job. Now, this sandal is coming in at £17.50, which is a ridiculous difference. £17.50, like, you can't, there's no challenging that. There is another dupe that I found from Charles & Keith. This dupe for me is slightly more similar to the Bottega Lido sandal, and this dupe is coming in at £55, which I'm not mad at. Again, it's a good price if you want a little bit of a Lido sandal look but for less. Charles & Keith are known for their wonderful shoe designs as well as their creative bag designs for mid to luxe price points, so check out Charles & Keith. So last but not least, in my small but growing luxury sandal collection are these beautiful Gucci platform sandals. Now, you guys, I remember being so obsessed and wanting these last year, and I believe I finally got my hands on them after looking for these for like 3 to 6 months, because they just kept on getting sold out everywhere, anywhere. You could not find these sandals. So when I finally got a hold of them, I said, jackpot, and I do not regret this purchase. Again, I believe there's been a slight price increase. When I got these sandals, they were around £450. Now they are £500 on the Gucci website. But I'm not mad at these. Would I buy these again? Every single time, yes. The only thing that I want to highlight is the sizing. The top tip with Gucci shoes, whether it's sandals or trainers or whatever, is always try them on in store if you can, because the sizing is what I consider is totally off, because a 38 fits like a size 6, and because I'd ordered these online, I wasn't able to return them, and I didn't want to return them because they were sold out everywhere, so I ended up keeping them. And they are slightly, there has a slight gap between where my foot is and the top part of the sandal, which is something to consider. I think a size 37 would have been perfect, because I do still have a little bit of room at the back here, but again, I'm not mad at it. You can't really tell unless it's me. And the shoe is a little bit heavy, but again, I'm not mad at it. I would buy this shoe over and over again, because I just feel like it's a small flex, but also it's a neutral. You can pair these sandals with so many different things, so many different colors. As long as you're not wearing print up top and print everywhere, this shoe is a great statement piece to add in to whatever it is that you're wearing. And in terms of wear and tear, look at this. It still looks pretty much brand new. There hasn't really been a change in the sole. The sole just looks a little bit worn in, but in terms of what you can see with the other Gucci sandal, for example, that's not happening with this one. This one is still pretty much sturdy. It still looks brand new. It just needs a little dust, a little wipe, and it's banging. I love this shoe, especially for vacation. It just Now, in terms of the dupe side of things, I found this pair from ASOS, and it looks nice. It's sort of a raffia design, and they come in a couple of different colors. They have the same design in a denim, and they also have it in a black, I believe. And the price point for those are £22. Again, these dupes are coming in at unbeatable prices, which is making me question, like, is it really worth getting the luxury? But there are other sandals like the Hermes where I'm really now questioning, like, is the real thing even worth it? Because the dupes are actually looking pretty nice. So that's something for you to consider. If you're looking for more affordable alternatives to these sandals, they are out there. You just have to be careful that you're getting dupes and not replicas, because replicas, I don't know how I feel about replicas, but they're not my bag. I know some people would rather buy a replica or a fake than the real thing, but for me, I'd rather buy the real thing or a dupe. So yeah, that is just my take on that. But yeah, let me know if you know of any other dupes to this Gucci platform sandal. If you do, let the girlies know in the comments, drop a link, and let's share it down in the comments. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found this helpful. If you're looking for affordable alternatives for any of these sandals, let me know if you enjoyed this, because I'm also thinking of doing the same thing for summer bags. So let me know if that's something you'd be interested in, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.